Hello, hello, and welcome to Storytime here on Build-A-Bear Radio. I'm your host, Victoria, broadcasting from my home library to share these wonderful stories and grand adventures with you this summer. As a teacher of literature, I can tell you every story is better with a furry friend by your side. I've got my friend Floppity Bunny sitting right here next to me. And we have some exciting stories for you this week, so let's dive right in. Breaking the Mould, TBH, you know what I mean, is the latest in a series told entirely via text messages, emojis and past notes. Lisa Greenwald is here to introduce this fun series to us.
Hi, this is Lisa Greenwald. I'm going to be reading to you today from TBH, You Know What I Mean. It's the 6th book in the TBH series, and those books are written in an alternate format, in text messages, in journal entries, in letters, in notes passed in class. So I'm going to be skipping around a little bit to give you a glimpse into TBH, You Know What I Mean. And this book can be purchased at Barnes & Noble, bookshop.org, your local independent bookstore, and Amazon. So let's begin. Dear Miss Summer, we're not allowed to use laptops in study hall today due to some kids violating the computer policy, so I'm leaving you a note. What Jeremy Kavanaugh wrote was not acceptable. This bro boom thing is out of hand. Boys are saying it all the time now. I can't sit by and let things like this go unnoticed. These little things add up to be big things. I hope we can discuss this further. Thank you, Cecily Anderson. From Cecily Anderson to Mr. Akiyama. Subject, International Women's Day. Dear Mr. Akiyama, I know this is very short notice because International Women's Day is only a few days away. It's actually on a Sunday, so that makes this even trickier. But I think we need to have an event for it at school. I'm sort of surprised we haven't had one before. Can we make this happen on Friday? We can highlight amazing women in history and in our community, everyone from the teachers to the cafeteria staff to the people in the main office. We need to highlight all women and celebrate them and get everyone involved. This is very important in light of some recent events. Ask Miss Summer if you're curious. She's doing a special thing for Women's History Month in class, but I think we can actually make it a whole day, school-wide event. I'm happy to come speak to you in person as well. Please say yes. Thank you, Cecily Anderson. I'm not afraid of storms, for I'm learning how to sail my ship. Louisa May Alcott. From Mr. Akiyama to Cecily Anderson. Subject, RE, International Women's Day. Dear Cecily, what a fabulous idea. I discussed it with Mr. C and the administration, and we all think it's great. Please stop by my office after school to discuss particulars. We only have a few days to get this going, but we want to make it happen. See you later, Mr. A. Draft Opening Remarks for International Women's Day. Cecily Anderson. Hi, everyone. Welcome students, faculty, and community members to Yorkville Middle School's first ever International Women's Day celebration. I am so excited that we are all here. My name is Cecily Anderson. International Women's Day sort of snuck up on me this year, so we had to throw this celebration together on short notice. I'm so grateful to Mr. Akiyama and Mr. Caranci for helping pull this off. Our hallways are covered with photos of inspiring women, and it looks incredible. We are also so fortunate to have Yorkville's amazing mayor, Esme Bach, with us. I'll keep my remarks short so we can start the program. I just wanted to say that women are out there in this world every single day doing important, meaningful things, and very often they go unnoticed. We need to make sure we're celebrating women and encouraging girls to be all they can be and change the world. We can do this. I kept hearing things in the hallway that really got me angry and fired up. In a way, I'm glad, though, because it inspired this celebration of women. After Mayor Bach speaks, we'll have an open mic opportunity for students to come up and speak about women heroes and role models. Please keep it brief but passionate. Thanks, everyone. Happy International Women's Day. Dear Journal, it's 3 a.m. and I can't fall asleep. I really need to, though. Tomorrow is our big International Women's Day event, and it was all my idea, and I'm making opening remarks, and I want to be well rested. But I can't sleep. I'm just so excited that they listened to me and took my idea, and it's really happening. I don't know what else to say, really. I also really want to be invited to Hannah F's bat mitzvah. It's going to be so amazing. I heard she's giving out hoodies, like real nice ones with our names on them. I don't understand how her parents have so much money. Mine are just regular people, and we're fine, but not rich. Sometimes it seems like everyone else is so rich, and the people at school who aren't just don't say anything. It's like we all just pretend everyone's family can afford to do all this big stuff. We should discuss it more. I'm so nervous I won't be invited and everyone else will. I'm trying to stay calm about it, but I really want to go. I keep picturing how fancy it will be. Okay, I'm going to try and go to bed again. Love, Cecily. Dearest Cecily, I'm so proud of you and all you have accomplished with International Women's Day. I want you to know that I adore you just the way you are and think you're extraordinary. You follow your passions and you work hard and you're kind. I'm so grateful that I get to be your mother. I love you, Mom. Hi guys, do you realize how few pages we have left in Shared Notebook? Like fewer than 10. OMG. So, hi. So proud of Cease and just want you guys to know I love you. I may read a poem at the open mic part. Maybe. XOXO, Pri. Ooh, that's such a good idea, Pri. I don't know if I'll do anything. Love, VM. I can't do anything because I lost my voice today of all days. How crazy. Smooches, Gabs. Don't worry, it'll all be great. Love you all. XOXOXOXO. Cease. Priyanka Basak's International Women's Day poem. Think hard about who has played a major role in your life. It's a woman, right? Your mom, of course. Your grandma, an aunt, a teacher, a friend. It doesn't matter their exact title. It matters what they do, how they live, their actions, their words. A comforting hug, a smile when you need it most. Someone to say, you can do this, you've got this. Someone who can tell you're hurting before you've even said a word. These are the ladies changing the world, not by being famous, just by being themselves, by spreading kindness. Each little drop of kindness goes so far. So say thank you today and every day to all the women heroes in your life. Hi everyone, my name is May Rivas and I don't usually speak at these things, but here goes. I want to talk about my grandma, Sylvia Tarasi. She has picked me up every day after school since preschool. And even now, when I'm old enough to walk home alone, she waits for me at home with my favorite passion fruit tea and cookies. Every day. Without my grandma Sylvia, my mom wouldn't be able to work. My mom loves her job as an occupational therapist, but sometimes the hours can vary because she sees patients in their homes. My grandma Sylvia is my hero because she helps my mom and helps me at the same time. I thank her on Mother's Day and on her birthday, but I should really thank her every day for her selflessness and generosity. Dear Journal, we have to do an entry during English today, and even though this is really something I'd write in my journal at home, I'll write it here since Mr. Santal says he doesn't read our journal entries. I believe him. He's very honest. You can tell by his eyes. Anyway, on to my entry. I'm so upset about this Hannah bat mitzvah thing, but I'm trying to play it cool. I don't want Victoria to get all worked up and then go crying to her mom and cause some crazy drama. Pri's right that it's a fact of life that not every person is invited to every event. It's just how it is. But even when something is a fact of life, it still feels really painful. I want to go to that party too, and get dressed up and enjoy all the fancy stuff. It just sounds like so much fun. I'm getting upset now just writing this. I feel like I could cry, and I really don't want to cry in class. I guess I'll just cut this off. I'm so proud of all I accomplished with International Women's Day and bringing up the bro boom thing, but then I'm so sad about this bat mitzvah drama. It feels uneven. I really, really hope you're not reading this, Mr. Santal. Bye. XOXO. Cease. Dear Journal, I am in the worst mood ever. I don't usually get like this, but when I do, it's serious. And this is mega serious. I am so annoyed at everyone. Well, I mean, not everyone. Ingrid has been really helpful lately, so that's been good. But I am so annoyed at Victoria, and I feel like I can never say anything since she's so sensitive and emotional and always cries to her mom. I never want to make it worse, but she's driving me crazy. She's obsessed with this Hannah Fletch bat mitzvah thing and always asking everyone so many questions about it. I mean, we're not invited. So can she just try and get over it, at least put her out of her mind? Why is she torturing herself with these questions and at the same time torturing me too? It's making me so crazy. Also, I don't think I want to spend the summer with her and Mara and May. It was fine when it was just Mara and me, but now I feel like May is nervous about it and I just want to go and feel free and not be so bogged down by all of these people and their stress. I need to get out of it. My gut is saying get out of it, but I don't even know how. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I just want to not feel so stressed. Please help. Love, Cecily.
That was brilliant. Floppity Bunny wants us to go on and finish that story. And what's that, Floppity Bunny? Well, yes, we do have time for one more story today. Next, we have Paris Rosenthal here to read from her incredible book, Dear Girl. This book reminds us how special everyone is in their own way and that there is always a special someone who knows it.
Hi, my name is Paris Rosenthal, and I'm going to be reading my book titled Dear Girl, illustrated by Holly Haydam. I wrote this book with my mom, Amy Krause Rosenthal. which was an incredible experience. The book can be purchased in bookstores around the world, but right now, some of the best places to get a copy of my book online would be harpercollins.com, barnesandnoble.com, or Amazon, to name a few. Or support your local independent bookstore at indiebound.org. If you're looking for another book, you can check out Dear Boy, written by me and my dad, Jason B. Rosenthal. But back to Dear Girl. Dear Girl is like a love letter written for a special girl or woman in your life. It is a reminder that you are powerful, strong, and you hold a valuable place in the world. I hope that this book encourages girls and women to always be themselves and to love who they are, inside and out. Whoever and wherever you are, thank you so much for listening. This is Dear Girl. Dear Girl, keep that arm raised. You have smart things to say. Dear Girl, sometimes you may feel like being pink and sparkly. Sometimes you may feel pretty much the opposite. Dear Girl, look at yourself in the mirror. Say thank you to something that makes you, you. Thank you, freckles. Thank you, birthmark. Thank you, red hair. Dear Girl, sometimes you just need a good cry. Sometimes you'll need a friend. Sometimes you'll need to be alone. Sometimes you'll need a tissue. Sometimes you'll need a bucket. Dear Girl, do you know that there is no such thing as asking too many questions? Who? What? When? Where? Why? How? Dear Girl, write down your thoughts once in a while, even if it's just to enjoy the way your pen feels against the paper. Dear Girl, make your room awesome. Make your room you. And while you're at it, make your bed. Dear Girl, don't ever lose your sense of wonder. Dear Girl, sometimes you've just got to stop and dance. Dear Girl, find people like you. Find people unlike you. Dear Girl, create traditions, fun, crazy handshakes, and silly inside jokes. Dear Girl, if your instinct is telling you to say no, say no. You know? Dear Girl, coloring outside the lines is cool too. Dear Girl, there are no rules about what to wear or how to cut your hair. Dear Girl, you know what's really boring? When people say how bored they are. Dear Girl, gosh, I don't know. I've got this. Listen to your brave side. Dear Girl, you won't be invited to every single party on the planet, which is really okay. Can you imagine how exhausting that would be? Dear Girl, a tree trunk is the perfect place for quiet thoughts to be thunk. Dear Girl, whenever you need an encouraging boost, remember, you can turn to any page in this book. Most of all, dear girl who I love, know that you can always, always, always turn to me. The end.
Thank you, Paris. There are so many great things to think about in that book. I just love it every time. I can't wait to finish that book and check off another great adventure from my Build-A-Bear summer reading list. If you haven't already, make sure you head over to buildabear.com/radio to download your own free reading list and track your progress. Thank you so much for joining me and Floppity Bunny here on Build-A-Bear Radio for another great episode of Storytime. With new authors joining us each week with great stories, you won't want to miss out. So bring your coziest blanket and a cuddly furry friend every weekday at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, exclusively here on Build-A-Bear Radio. Until next time, I'm your host Victoria with Floppity Bunny, closing this chapter of Storytime. See you soon.